Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to film my disappointing books of 2018 video. Now, before I get right into the books, I have a few things I have to say because it does affect my channel just a little bit. If you don't know, my Twitter account is locked right now. I don't have access to my Twitter account, and every time you click on the link, it says that Transformers, you know, on Twitter, it doesn't exist. So it's very frustrating, and I have contacted Twitter help or Twitter support. They fucking suck so much. So now I just have to be patient and wait for an update, I guess, or like wait for them to unlock my account because it's been days and I honestly miss Twitter so much and I feel like I'm out of loop. I feel like I'm missing out so much and it's so frustrating. If it lasts for like at least a week, then I will have a damn problem. So please be patient with me because I know that my giveaway was supposed to end like on the 26th of December, but of course my account got locked like on Christmas Eve or like Christmas Day, I don't remember. But anyway, I cannot announce a winner because the tweet just disappeared. My account is locked. Hopefully I can get my Twitter account back and everything will be back to normal because I honestly miss Twitter so damn much. But anyway, that is my announcement. Let's jump right into the books that disappoint me in 2018. If I mention the books that you happen to like or like, you know, it's one of your favorite books or whatever, it is not me attacking you. I am not attacking the people who like these books. These books happen to disappoint me for one reason or another. I will explain why these books disappoint me or why they didn't meet my expectations, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get started right now. The first one I have to mention is called Bright Side by Kim Holden. Now for this book, I read it on my iPad and I remember reading it in January because it was a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time and I finally read it in January, and let me tell you, it disappointed me quite a lot. For Bright Side, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. This book surprisingly has a really high rating on Goodreads. So if you go on Goodreads and you search this book up, it has a very high rating, higher than normal contemporary novels in my opinion. So of course when I read this book, I had high expectation, even though not a lot of people know about this book or not a lot of people talk about this book on BookTube. So this book is about a girl named Kate and she basically goes to a college and she meets a boy there. That's basically it. A problem that I had with this book is the main character's name. Her name is Kate. She said that my name is Kate. I forgot her last name, but that is irrelevant for right now. She has multiple names in this book and I have never read or never met anyone in real life who has multiple names. When I say she has 4 names in this book, I'm not lying. I kid you not. She has 4 names. I have never met anyone who has at least 2 names, okay? This is really ridiculous. Her real name is Kate, like I said, but then her best friend calls her Bright Side because she's so positive. But at the same time, a part of me is like, Bright Side is so fucking stupid. No offense, but that is like the dumbest nickname I've ever heard because it's longer than her regular name. When she goes to college, this guy who happens to be her friend calls her Catherine. And then the love interest in this book, he calls her Katie. Oh my god, I'm just getting really mad by thinking about it. But anyway, he calls her Katie. It's just like a thing that he does and he thinks it's so funny and she's fine with it. I was so damn pissed because I think it's so unrealistic for someone to deal with this. Like, I don't know about you, but if someone calls me by a different name, I would be really mad. I guess the main character is just so nice and she's fine with it, but god, it was so annoying and I had to put up with that throughout this entire novel. Another problem I had with this book is that Kate, the main character, gives me the vibe that she's better than other girls. For like the beginning of the book, she acts like she's better than other people because she likes black coffee, she doesn't wear makeup, and she listens to underrated music. Another problem below that big problem, this is something I definitely noticed throughout this entire novel, is that Kate is portrayed as this good girl, as this really amazing person that everyone loves because she's so nice and kind and all that bullshit. But I kid you not, the other women in this book, they're either a bitch or a slut. If you put these 2 women next to Kate, obviously Kate looks better than them because Kate is, you know, liked by everyone else. She's so positive and she's so kind. Meanwhile, the other 2 girls are sluts or bitches, and it's so disappointing because I feel like the author could really add more female characters and make them much better. Like, why on earth are you writing this novel about this really nice main character and then a bunch of boys who happen to really really love her. And then for the woman, you don't put a lot of effort into developing their characters. It really does disappoint me because I feel like this book could have been so much better. The pacing is so damn bad. Like, I feel like for the first half of this book, we just see Kate doing mundane things like going to the grocery store, buying coffee, talking to her friends, things like that. And the fact that I get a very detailed description of those activities kind of pissed me off because I don't think we need that. I think we just need to get right into the plot, and the fact that I have to read about her writing letters or talking to her friends on the phone pisses me off a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. The last thing I have to say is that this book is depressing. I know it's silly to complain about the fact that this book is really sad, but considering it's called Bright Side, I expect this book to be happy and optimistic and, you know, supposed to make me laugh. It didn't really make me laugh. It made me cry a lot. I remember finishing this book at like 6 in the morning. I remember feeling like betrayed that I was tricked because I thought that it was gonna be a really happy book, but it wasn't. It's really, really depressing, but usually if a book is depressing, it means that I learned something from it, you know? Like, I've read a lot of books that are fucking depressing, okay? But this book just makes me angry. Anyway, let's just move on. So yeah, this book sucks, and I'm glad that I'm over it because it's been like almost a year, but just talking about it makes me really mad. So let's move on to the next one. Now this book, I read this book for school, and usually when it comes to books for school, there's some that I do like and there's some that I don't like. I know that when you're reading a book for school, it's like by default that you don't like this book because you're forced to read it for, you know, your fucking education. But when it comes to this book in particular, I genuinely did not like it, and I spent my time reading this entire damn book and I was so unsatisfied by the ending, or like throughout this entire novel. And it's basically Look at Me by Jennifer Egan. Now I read this book for the spring semester of 2018, I believe, so I give this book 2 out of 5 stars. Let's see if I remember the plot, because I honestly don't really remember the plot. I do remember 2 characters from this book. So the 2 main characters, both of their names are Charlotte. So we have a Charlotte who's like in her mid-30s, and she got into a car accident in the beginning of the novel, so she had to get surgery, so she looks completely different. And then the other Charlotte is a 16-year-old, so they're both related in some way. So the younger Charlotte is the older Charlotte's like ex-best friend's daughter. In a way, yes, they are both connected and they have the same name, so that is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, because I hate reading books where both characters have the same name and I have to work my ass off to differentiate those 2 characters. But anyway, we have like a lot of characters in this book, and you know, there's a plot, but I don't remember what it is. Let's talk about the problems that I have with this book, shall we? For the characters, I don't give a shit about any of them. The main character Charlotte, the mid-30-year-old Charlotte, like the older one, sucks ass. I hate her so damn much. She sexually harasses and rapes a man in this book, and I kid you not, I was fucking pissed when I read those scenes because it was just infuriating to see someone do shit like this and thinks that it's okay because she does these things and she gets away with it. We don't talk about it in the book, we don't talk about it in my class, and it's honestly upsetting how this main character gets away with shit like that. I don't even remember the ending. I don't remember if she got a happy ending or not, but I remember her getting away with it because we don't ever talk about these issues. I wrote a damn paper about this topic. I wrote a paper about how sexual harassment and rape being normalized in this book just because the predator is a woman. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. Like, it's pretty thick. Like, this is a lot, you know. Let me see, 415 pages of pure fuckery in my opinion. And I think there's one good thing that came out of this book, but at the same time it doesn't hold my attention for that long. Overall, this book sucks, and I'm glad I don't have to read it ever again, because after this video I'm going to donate this book because I don't need this in my collection. The third book on this list is one that will shock you. I honestly don't know if this is surprising to anyone, but if you don't know, I read literally all of Cassandra Clare's books since City of Bones to like Queen of Air and Darkness. I read all of them, everything in between, and there are some books that I don't like. There are some books that I do love from Cassie, but there is this one book that disappointed me to no end, and it's so funny to think about it because out of all of Cassie's books, I feel like I could have mentioned like quite a few here and there, but this book pisses me off as I was reading it, and oh my god, it literally took me forever to get over it because it was quite big. Here, I'll show you. is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, okay? This book disappointed me in 2018. So where do we begin? All right, let's start with the ratings. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars, and I feel like that's me being lenient because I could have given this like a 2 out of 5 stars or maybe like a 1. This has to be my least favorite book of TMI, and that's shocking. I know, because some people love City of Lost Souls, and I'm not one of them. I'm sorry, I'm not. But at the same time, this book pisses me off. There are so many storylines in this book, and there's only one that I truly care about, and that is between Simon and Isabel. Those two characters are like the only thing that got me through this entire book, because the other characters piss me off so damn much. But one character that truly stands out when it comes to, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? And that character happens to be Clary. Now, I don't mind dragging Clary in this book because I see her in the later books and she got so much better because she has grown so much as a character, you know? I won't spoil the plot for you, but there is this one thing that she did for Jace, and it makes me angry when I read it this year because I remember my reaction. I remember being so damn pissed that I had to put the book down and give myself a break. I was so mad at her for what she did. The ending of this book, I believe Clary and Jace did talk about this situation, and you know, she apologizes, and like I said, you see them grow so much as characters in the later books, so I don't mind shitting on Clary for this one thing, but it made me so pissed. So yeah, City of Lost Souls is not my favorite in TMI or just in general, like the Shadowhunter Chronicles. It's not my favorite. Even though the cover is beautiful, it doesn't mean that it is amazing in my opinion, and yeah, it's just not my favorite. And let's just move on to the 4th book, shall we? The next book on this list is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. This book I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Now this book is about a girl named Molly, and she has like a bunch of crushes, but then like one day she meets a guy, she kind of likes him. That's basically it. Let's start with the writing because the writing style sucks so much. I was shocked as I was reading this book because the writing style definitely stood out to me and how it's not really good. I read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda earlier in 2018, and I guess I didn't really notice the writing style, or maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. But when it comes to The Upside of Unrequited, I was so annoyed with the writing style. Another thing that I definitely noticed in this book is that the characters are defined by their race and sexuality. There is a character named Mina, and she is Asian and pansexual, but throughout this entire novel we don't really see her. We don't really get to know her as much, or like, you know, her personality, her characteristics and stuff like that. We literally know this girl just because she's Asian, she's pan, and she's the main character's twin's girlfriend. That's literally it. That's like a thing with most of these characters in this book, is that we just put like a race and sexuality on like this certain character, but we don't really go in depth with their character. And I find that a huge issue because it's quite like tokenism, you know? Like you just put a bunch of marginalized traits on this certain character, but you don't really go in depth with their characters. And to me, that's like lazy writing when you're trying to establish this book as like diverse literature. One of the biggest issues, or like the main issue I have with this book, is the fact that Molly feels beautiful after she has a boyfriend. Since Molly is a plus size character, she feels insecure in her own body, which is fine, you know, but I don't like the message that she feels beautiful and worth it after she has a boyfriend. This girl literally seeks approval from boys, and it's so disappointing to see because I kid you not, like a few chapters later, there is a guy that she had a crush on in the past, and that guy happens to be gay, and they were talking, and this guy, like I said, who happens to be gay, he literally said that if he was straight, if he was not gay, if he didn't like boys, he would definitely ask Molly out because she's so pretty and she's so cute. This gay guy literally said that to our main character, and she felt so good about herself. And that's when I knew this girl literally seek approval from guys to feel beautiful, and that is a problem that I have when it comes to this book, because that is the wrong message. Like, no, you don't need approval from anyone to feel beautiful at all. I think that's basically it. Like, please don't seek validation from other people to feel beautiful. Like, you're fine the way you are, okay? And if you don't like yourself, then find ways to love yourself, but don't, for the love of God, do not seek approval from other people, because it's not worth it. The last book on this list is a book that I think everyone knows. Actually, I don't know, because I feel like I have done a lot of book review and discussion. And here's the thing, if you see me doing a book review on a book that I happen not to like, the thumbnail is probably me holding this book and being like, you know, that's when you know I don't like that book. So here's the book that I don't like at all in 2018. This is called P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This was my second time reading this book. So the first time I read this was back in 2015 when it came out. And I remember loving this book so much. And then I reread it again in 2018 and oh my god, I don't like this book whatsoever. I give this book 2 out of 5 stars. All I have to say is that Lara Jean should have gone with John Ambrose McLaren. Yes, I said it. I used to be Team Peter back in 2015, but obviously things have changed because who's Peter? Peter Kavinsky? I don't know him. Book Peter sucks ass because I don't like the way that he handles this problem in this book, because there's just so much drama in this book, like more drama than the first damn book. He does not deserve Lara Jean, but at the same time I don't even love Lara Jean that much. Like, the only 2 characters that I genuinely love are the dad and John Ambrose McLaren, and he's only in the damn second book and he's only in it for like a little bit, but I love John so damn much. Oh my god, there's another love triangle in this book. In the first book we have a love triangle already, and in the second book we have another one. The last thing I had to say is that John deserves better. That's all I have to say when it comes to this book. And oh my god, I forgot to say that I have a book review and discussion for City of Lassos, The Upside of Unrequited, and P.S. I Still Love You. So I'll link those videos in the description box below. But if you want to hear like my in-depth rant, I guess, then just watch those videos, because I will tell you the things that bother me in those books. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, it was longer than I thought because it's almost 4 o'clock and I had to film another video. Like I said, this is not me attacking you for liking these books that I mentioned, okay? It's just me saying that I don't like these books for one reason or another, and that's basically it for today's video because, like I said, I have to go and I'm thirsty. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye!